Should have got some water.
You want some water?
Yeah.
Are you dehydrated?
I'll get some in a bit when we get into the rhythm.
So how's yours going?
Well, I actually started again because I ran out of wool. So I'm now using the same wool as you.
You wanted to use my rainbow wool, didn't you?
I wanted to copy you.
You wanted to use my transgender
Your
wool.
Transgender, the LGBTQ+.
This is my
wool.
LBGTQBCDEFG.
Yeah. We're allies.
We are.
So.
So what are you going to crochet?
I don't really know. I'd like to do a scarf, I think. What are you doing?
I'm crocheting a fast breeder reactor.
Okay.
To go online in 2028 because of the climate issues we're having.
Sure.
The government is investing huge amounts of money in new generations of nuclear reactors.
Right.
And they've asked me to knit one for them, which I'm in the process of. I'm just working on the fuel rods at the minute.
Wow. So how long do you think that'll take you to complete?
I'll probably have the core done by 3 o'clock.
Really?
Yep.
God, quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they'll be very impressed.
If some men turn up in like hazmat suits, just tell them to put it down the side.
Okay. I will do.
Okay.
It's very therapeutic, isn't it? And we're actually doing 2 different methods. You're knitting and I'm crocheting.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
So what are you doing? Wind
Crocheting.
turbines.
Oh yeah, I'm doing some wind turbines.
It's the way to go.
It is. I mean, we're running out, so.
We are running out of wind turbines.
I thought I'd just knit some more.
Yeah. So, your new EP came out yesterday. How do you feel about that?
And yours.
Well, it's more yours than mine.
I hate when you do this.
Well, it's
It's
not
ours.
It's okay. It's ours.
You crazy man.
It's about you.
No, it's not. It's
me.
about us. There's
say
no
that.
Beggs sisters without Nick Beggs. Darling.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
I feel all emotional.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Seems like people are enjoying it. My hair looks terrible. Maybe I should crochet some new hair.
Your hair looks lovely.
It's
How does mine look?
It's better than mine.
I'm going to make it go like that.
Good.
Well, yeah, I think people are liking it.
I think so too.
I wish Anne was here to help me with this because I think I'm going to cause a nuclear incident.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to have it knitted.
Nut.
Have it.
It's called when you nut. It's the.
Don't say that.
It's the past tense of knitting.
Okay.
You nut.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while, so I can't help you. Sorry.
I remember you used to do it when you were at school.
Yeah, I did for a little bit, and then I stopped. Found other hobbies, you know.
So you're 22 tomorrow.
I'm 22 tomorrow.
How do you feel about that? New EP out and it's your 22nd birthday.
I feel good about it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you feel like, oh, I'm 22 and my life's over?
A little bit. There's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
It's like, God.
Because it is.
I
Of
feel
course.
like
When
I
you're 22, your life is over.
Yeah, of course, obviously.
I
feel
don't
like
know how
I
you're
just
going
turned.
to face each day, frankly.
I know. I feel like I just turned 19. So it's like, where's the time gone?
Yeah.
I feel like I was just at university. Well, I guess I was. And now I'm not.
Yeah.
So it's all just a bit scary.
Well, you've had some great things happen this year.
Yeah.
I have a new boyfriend who we love, who, if you don't marry, I'm going to. And also, you're about to become an auntie for the 4th time.
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky, isn't it?
It is freaky. I'm very excited.
And you've got a degree in fine art.
Mm-hmm.
Are you suffering with any existential angst in the world of madness that we live?
Always.
So tell me about your existential angst.
I don't know. I just sometimes
Think the whole
do you know
human
what?
race.
I feel like existentialism can actually be quite a freeing thing to suffer with, because you can think, oh God, we're going to die one day, so you're really stressed about it. And then you can go and think, yeah, we're going to die one day, so stop fucking stressing. Just stop fucking thinking about it and just enjoy your life, you know?
So do you think the idea that we actually have a terminus means it helps you to be more fulfilled in your life expectancies?
Sometimes it's like, I would title it existential dread in my case, but then other times I'm actually quite thankful for it because it gives me perspective, you know? And I think, well, yeah, it's a miracle that I'm even here. The chances are so slim, so I may as well just embrace it.
And yet there is so many humans. Was it 7 billion?
Yeah.
I mean, it's for a miracle, it's happening quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's happening quite a lot.
I mean, we're becoming quite the scourge of the universe.
Yeah, but the chances of you meeting my mother and making me, you know, it's crazy. So, I think moral of the story is, yeah, we're all going to die, but just be grateful that you're here.
Gratitude is a very good word.
It is. Do you feel the same?
This year, I don't usually make New Year's resolutions, but at the beginning of 2024, I decided that I was going to choose happiness each morning.
Love that.
That was my first default, because I have a tendency to go glass half empty, and that's not good.
No.
And I am grateful, and I have a lot of things to be happy about. And also the other thing is to be rather than to do. I know that we're sitting here doing knitting or nut, but we're actually pretty close to just being, aren't we, while we're doing this?
We're just existing.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
In a way, look at Sonny just lying there in the sun there. He's just being.
He's just existing.
But I don't know whether he's happy with his existence.
I think he's happy if there's food around. I
think Sonny is preoccupied by the Houthi rebels' attack in the Red Sea at the minute. I know that. I can tell by the way he looks at me some days. He's like, what are they going to do? How are they going to fend off these drone attacks? Is it going to lead Iran and America into a direct conflict? And I just say to him, fuck it, Sonny. You know,
he's really struggling.
He is. I mean, look at him. I think he wants to sort of start up a campaign.
Yeah.
Like a sort of...
protests in the street.
I think he does.
Yeah, I understand that.
So what else?
Well, I'd like you to tell me a bit about your recent alien findings.
Oh, well, there's an extraordinary upturn in the amount of non-human intelligence that appears to be interacting with our military.
Sure.
We are now in a place where our observers, our trained observers, for instance, our pilots and military personnel, are being buzzed by this stuff all the time. So much so that in the Navy they've been told to turn down the resolution and the intensity of their tracking devices. It's almost like, yeah, we know it's there, so let's pretend it's not. So I think something's happening. I think we're about to have a singularity of types. Something is going to happen at a sociological level where mankind is going to realise we're not the sharpest tool in the box, and that we are only tenants of this planet, not owners.
I just wish it would speed up a bit, you know, like they keep...
Well, it is going very fast. You had the David Grush testimony to Congress last year, which was pretty explosive stuff. If you keep up with it like I do, there is a hell of a lot going on.
Yeah.
I mean,
is there much going in mainstream media about it?
The mainstream media will not report on it because
they don't want to cause...
They can't. Then they're owned by the intelligence community. and they have an operation called Operation Mockingbird, which means that anyone who speaks out on this subject
Could
is
die.
decried
What does
or
decried-
sacked.
What does decried mean?
They basically pour cold water on it.
Right.
So the world as we know it does not exist. We're all living and labouring under a misunderstanding or a misapprehension. That's where we're at.
What about the Illuminati?
I don't have an opinion on the Illuminati.
Are they even real? I'm confused about them. They
to be honest with you, it's not something I feel like I'm able to discuss because
you're part of the Illuminati.
yes, because I am one of them.
Yeah.
I think that there's a higher amount of people who are thinking about these things. Obviously, you have the danger of conspiracy theory kicking off all over the place, and it doesn't really serve to have those people on your team very often because they can do more damage than good. So the Illuminati is not really an area that I'm particularly well versed in. And
see.
I don't really like the conspiracy theory concept, because it's conjecture, isn't it?
But you could argue that aliens are a conspiracy theory.
No, it's not. There's too much eyewitness testimony. The governments have all said, yes, it's here, but we don't know what it is. There's a tremendous amount of data that would corroborate what's going on as fact. And a massive amount of whistleblowers coming forward, and congressmen on both sides of the political divide are now trying to get things moving for a kind of disclosure. But the intelligence community is kicking back against it. That's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
We've never been here before.
No.
A bit like me on this knitting foray.
I've never been at that point before.
I've never been at this point in my needling.
Oh. Are you finding it tricky or?
Yeah, I think I'm screwing it up completely. I think it's going to look like a sieve.
Could be quite interesting.
My concept is to start it and treat it a bit like the Big Bang, when all matter was created in a matter of seconds, and never end.
Okay.
So you'll inherit this, and your children will carry it on.
Yeah.
And wherever you live, there'll be a room with just a long mat of wool that's been knitted.
So I have to keep this.
Yeah, and then each time it gets too big, you'll have to move to a bigger house.
Okay. Or I could just knit my own house.
We could knit you a house. I like that. But when I finished knitting this nuclear power station, we could knit you a house.
Well, with the cost of living crisis, I feel like that's more realistic at the moment.
You tell it, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Not that you're my girlfriend or anything. It's just weird.
Yeah, why not?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I feel like I'm screwing this up.
I think that looks nice. Although it does look like an octopus.
That's the vibe.
Is that the look you're going for?
Yeah. What's the first thing you would say to an alien if it came down to abduct you?
That's a very good question, Willow. If I could, what are you doing here? What do you want?
So,
what's your reason for being here?
And yeah, so you ask them a question with the knowledge that they will answer whatever you ask them.
Well, they historically have, and when they do tell, they do speak to people about why they're here. They say that
have a different language.
Well, they speak with telekinesis, with through mind control.
Jesus Christ.
They don't use They don't use words, or they use transmissions directly to the brain.
Do you think they know who Michael Jackson was?
Do I think they know who Michael Jackson is? I
Yeah.
have no idea. It's not the forefront of my vernacular on the subject. I've got to be honest with
I
you.
wonder what their knowledge on pop culture would be.
I think that some of them are interacting with us directly. I think they're here on a monitoring exercise. I think that they are here because we're screwing up the planet. And I think when we started exploding nuclear weapons, alarm bells went off, and it was a bit like the kids have found the matches. So we've got to take control of this. Also, you know, we're on the cusp of about to become a spacefaring species, and the way we fling weapons around each other on this planet, can you imagine how scary that must be to them, seeing the notion that we might actually go into space and start doing those things?
Yeah, and they're home.
I think they're basically here saying, don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Because they've been turning our nukes off as well.
Good on them.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the human race, I've got to be honest.
I know you're not. Do you think if we do anything with this video, we should put like elevator music in the background?
Whatever you want.
I think we should do this at the Black Lion as well.
Be interrupted too many times.
Do you think?
Yes. What?
Nothing.
You laughing at my imbecilic knitting?
No.
It is imbecilic.
Well, we're both learning.
I don't know that I am.
You are.
I think I'm measuring time. Inchworm, measuring the marigolds. Do you know that song?
Nope.
Have you ever stopped to think how beautiful you are?
Who sings that?
Inchworm.
Who sings it? Who sings that?
The Muppets. No, I can't remember who.
I won't be surprised.
I remember seeing the Muppets do a version of it, and it was really lovely. It was charming. Yeah. Rainbows. What's on the other side?
I grew up thinking that Kermit the Frog made that song. I didn't realise it was the Carpenters. Was it the Carpenters?
No.
Who?
They did it. They did that song.
Anne told me that the Carpenters wrote that song.
No, I
and
don't
Kermit the Frog stole it.
I don't think that's right. I might be wrong, but I think that was written for the Muppets.
Because that's a very impressive song if the Muppets
I've
came up
never
with that.
heard a version.
I have.
Well, I think that the Carpenters version came later.
Should I look it up?
Yes. Let's see what Catch a Google says.
Catch a Google.
Let's do that.
Okay, the Rainbow
Connection. I think it's a Muppet song sung by Kermit.
That's what I thought. I grew up thinking that.
Yeah, I think it is.
So maybe Anne's wrong. Anne was like, you thought that
No,
song was from Kermit the Frog?
She thinks Karen Carpenter should be president.
Right.
Don't tell her she's dead.
So that their version came out in 1998.
I think it was
19... Oh yeah, you're right. Because this came out in 1979. Written by Jim Henson.
1979 was the year my mother died, and I remember it being in the charts when my mother died.
There we go.
And it was sung by, I think it was the Muppet movie.
Yeah, it was Rainbow Connection is a song from the 1979 film The Muppet Movie.
Yeah.
With music and lyrics written by Paul Williams and
Yeah.
Kenneth Asher.
Yeah.
The song was performed by Jim Henson.
Yeah, I think it got a Grammy.
Right. Well, Anne is.
Yeah, she's
wrong.
she's on drugs.
She's on drugs.
She's got to cut down her heroin use, which I've been meaning to talk to her about.
Yeah.
Do you know, when I went out with my litter picker this morning to pick up all the detritus that
Don't tell me you found a needle.
I found my first heroin needle down on the river walk.
Stop.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Things are getting bad.
Whereabouts?
You know, when you go down past the benches
Yeah.
and you bend down and you go around the back of the pledge chairs.
Yeah.
Down there.
Fucking.
Society's fucked.
Did you pick it up with your litter picker or did you leave it?
I picked it up with my litter picker and put it in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There are so many idiots in the world, it's unbelievable.
It makes me feel sick that that's happening behind our house.
Yeah. I'm really glad it's not happening in our house today because I've run out.
Kidding. You know if I was a heroin junkie.
You're not a heroin addict. You're too intelligent. You've got too much to live for.
Thanks.
You've got too much talent.
Thanks. Should we have a heroin party for my birthday?
Yeah, let's get smacked up. Rainbows, what's on the other side? Twinkly schminky ponk, romfully tinkle, rimfully, my lyrics are better. Ponkily flindle glenda schmimpy bit. Rimfully schnunkily ponkily nimples, rumfully tubal glond. Ponkily pinkle, the schmunkily schminkle. Why aren't you singing my lyrics? Glontily, flinderly schmoo, frindy pon honkily head. Int monkily ronkily, mesemitona, schnomon flinty, rimfy tomf nonkel. Honky tonk glinty, nymph glondy, mimble schmimmy glimpy bit on the side of it. Honkily pomful, ronkily rimful, nonkily nonkily. Forgotten the next lyric. Ponkily pinkily schnoodly rim nim. Nongs with nings on. Honkily pinkle and schnunkily schninkle, ronkily schminkily pong, longy tonk smonky tonk glinty mint, rimph nonkily schnunkily, snonky sninky sninky snonky snink. Snonky sninky sninky snonkle snink. Snonky sninkle sninky snonkle snink. Snonky sninky sninky snonk. There's a little fade note. Snonky sninky sninky snonk. Hey, that was a Rainbow Connection by Willow and Daddy, and it's really groovy, and I particularly like the new lyrics written by Nick himself, very talented songwriter, yeah. Next we got Motorhead and the Ace of Spades. I think we broke the radio station.
I think we did break it. I don't think they'll invite us back.
No, I think you're right.
Unfortunately.
Sonny's looking at us like, what are we doing with our lives? Why aren't we out chasing rabbits?
I really like this wool. I think it's really pretty. It's Rainbow Connection.
It's Rainbow Connection, and it's gay and lesbian and transgenderable.
It is. And bisexual.
But yes, I wasn't being,
And bi-curious.
I just want to balance the argument here.
Can't leave out the gays.
Exactly. Not that I would ever do that.
I wish there was more gay people in the world. I wish the Prime
Got
Minister...
me. What more could you want?
I wish the Prime Minister was gay. When are we going to have a gay... Not that we have a Prime Minister, but when are we going to have a gay Prime Minister in the world?
I want RuPaul to be Prime Minister.
Or a gay president.
Glinty, schminfolly bimp. When your mother sees what I've done today, she's just going to punch me. She's going to punch me. She's going to say, "Why are you knitting a nuclear power station for the government? You know you don't agree with it." I'll say, I just didn't have much on this morning.
I think she'll be impressed.
Ah. Yeah.
So what do you think about Rishi Sunak banning vapes?
I think it's one of the only good things he's done.
Same.
The amount of vapes I have to go pick up with my litter picker each day, and the boxes, and the particulates are going to give the National Health Service a massive problem in later life.
Yeah, as if they aren't already struggling.
They're terrible. And there's a couple of businesses in town which have set up just to make vapes available.
Disgusting.
It's
Anne's old bridal shop is now called, what is it, Vape?
Death by Vape, I think it's called.
It's a ridiculous name, I can't remember it.
Yeah. Kill Your Friends, I think it's called.
You're literally smoking a battery.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stupid.
When are you releasing Stupid Pop Song, the video?
The Trifecta album is not out till March.
Okay, so the video will come out in March?
No, video will come out later in the year. Got quite a lot of video content to release for that. I've got about 6 pieces done. I've been really busy on it.
Yeah. You haven't released the one of Anne saying it's shit yet, have you?
No, not yet.
I'm excited for that one.
The Jewel in the Crown.
Yeah.
The milestone in my promotional campaign.
Yeah. She nailed that.
I like the new